Let me tell you a truth most men never say out loud. Sometimes it feels like the world only values you when you have something to give. Like your worth isn't in your heart or your kindness or your loyalty, but in your wallet. You start believing this painful idea: women immediately want sex as soon as they see a man with money. Not because it's true, but because somewhere in your life you felt used. You felt chosen for the wrong reason. You felt like your soul wasn't enough. Only your income was, and you never forgot that feeling. You remember when she didn't look at you, until you bought the new phone, until you drove the new car, until you paid the bill no one else wanted to pay, and inside you whisper, if I didn't have anything, would she even notice me? That's the wound, that's the scar. That's the question every man asks at least once in his life. Think about it. You've been there sitting at the table with your friends, watching how the energy in the room shifts. The moment someone with money walks in, you see how people suddenly smile more, how some women straighten their posture, how they start fixing their hair, laughing a little louder, acting a little softer, and you think, so this is what it takes to matter. You remember messaging someone you liked, and she left you unseen. No reply, no effort. Nothing but the moment you posted a story with a new car or a fancy hotel or a flight ticket. Suddenly she reacted with hearts and fire emojis. You felt it, you saw it, you lived it, or maybe you worked hard, built yourself up, changed your lifestyle. And then people who once ignored you started treating you like a king. And deep inside, it wasn't pride you felt, it was sadness, it was confusion. It was a silent pain whispering. Were they blind before or just uninterested? Until I became valuable to them, you've questioned your worth. You've questioned your desirability. You've questioned whether love is even real or just a transaction disguised as affection. And this disbelief, this bitterness, this exhaustion, it slowly turns into a belief you start repeating. Women only want sex when they see money, but tonight, we're going to break that belief. We're going to heal that wound. We're going to understand what's really happening, not from anger, but from wisdom. So today, I want to share with you 5 deep psychological truths that will completely shift the way you see this idea and help you rise above insecurity, fear, and emotional wounds. Because this isn't about women. This is about you, your value, your identity, your strength. Let's begin. Think back to when you were in school. Remember how the popular kids weren't always the best looking, the most intelligent, or the kindest. They were simply visible. Everyone knew their name. Everyone saw them, everyone talked about them. It wasn't love. It wasn't desire, it was attention created by status. Humans are biologically wired to notice power, success, and signals of resource abundance. Both men and women do this because noticing strength is part of survival instinct. Money doesn't create desire, it simply puts a spotlight on you. Stop confusing visibility with intimacy. You don't become attractive because you're rich, you become noticed. Real attraction comes from who you are after they notice you. Imagine a woman who grew up in chaos. Unpaid bills, unstable life, constant fear of losing everything. When she sees a man who is financially stable, she isn't thinking about sex. She's thinking about peace. She's thinking about safety. She's thinking about the childhood she never had. This is called attachment to stability. It's not lust. It's trauma-driven desire for safety. Don't label all women as gold diggers. Some are simply tired of fear and looking for a future that doesn't hurt. Understanding this will protect you from feeling used, and help you identify who's genuine. A man once won a huge lottery. He didn't become more handsome. He didn't become kinder. He didn't become more interesting, but suddenly, he had attention pouring in from everywhere. And guess what happened within a year? He lost friends, he lost relationships, he lost trust. Because the wrong people entered his life, and he never learned how to filter them. Money multiples opportunities, but it also multiples threats. This is the law of social amplification. Don't blame money, don't blame women, build a better filter. Watch how people treat you when you have nothing to offer them. That's the real test. A man with a good job said, "Bro, women want me more now." But when we carefully studied his interactions, here's what we discovered. Women didn't want him sexually. They were simply more polite, more respectful, more open. Why? Because he carried himself differently. He walked with confidence. He spoke with authority. He radiated security. It wasn't money. It was the energy, born from earning it. This is called the confidence halo effect. When you improve your lifestyle, your self-esteem grows, and others respond to that energy. Stop assuming every smile is desire. Sometimes it's respect, sometimes it's admiration, sometimes it's curiosity. Don't confuse interest with intention. A man once said, "Women only love me when I have something." But here's the truth. He kept choosing women who only appeared during luxury parties, photos and material things. He was fishing in the wrong ocean and blaming the fish. There are 3 types of attraction. Material attraction, what you have. Physical attraction, how you look. Emotional attraction, who you are. Material attraction is the weakest, most temporary, and most easily manipulated. Shift your environment, shift your standards, shift your choices. Stop choosing people who love the lifestyle and start choosing people who love the man living it. Your tribe determines your experience. Listen to me, you are not a walking wallet, you are not a transaction. You are not a bank with a heartbeat. You are a man with dreams, with fire, with wounds, with depth. And you deserve to be chosen, not for the money in your pocket, but for the character in your soul. Stop letting your past make you bitter. Let it make you wiser. You don't need every woman to want you. You only need one woman to respect you. The right woman won't chase your money. She'll chase your presence, your values, your heart, your ambition, your kindness, your growth. You are more than you think you are. And the moment you stop searching for validation through material things, you become unstoppable, because then your worth isn't based on income. It's based on identity. Remember, money creates visibility, not desire. Some women seek security, not sex. Money attracts people, but character filters them. Attention isn't the same as intention. The wrong women follow money. The right women follow you. Let these truths guide you. There comes a moment in every man's life when he silently asks himself, whether he is truly seen or just conveniently used. You start noticing how quickly people change the moment they realize you have something they can benefit from. It's subtle at first. An extra smile here, a little more sweetness there. A sudden interest that never existed before. And you begin to wonder whether the world ever cared about your soul, or if it only cared about what you could. What hurts the most is not the attention itself, but the realization that the love you once believed in may have been an illusion shaped by circumstances, not connection. You start doubting your own heart, your own worth, your own place in someone's life. You question if people would still stand beside you if everything you worked for suddenly disappeared, and that question keeps echoing inside your mind louder each day, until it becomes a weight that sits on your chest. But the truth is, not everyone who walks into your life will come with pure intentions. Some people will see your success as an opportunity, not a blessing. Some will see your achievements as a shortcut to their comfort, not a reflection of your hard work. Yet in the middle of all this confusion, there is something powerful waiting to be discovered, the understanding that your value was never meant to be measured by how much you earn, but by how deeply you live, love, grow, and rise. When you finally realize that you stop begging for validation, you stop chasing those who only chase your lifestyle, you begin to walk with a different confidence, one that comes not from your bank account, but from the strength of knowing who you truly are. And when a man reaches that level of clarity, he becomes untouchable, unshakable, and undeniably worthy of the kind of love that cannot be bought, manipulated, or faked. Remember, money creates visibility, not desire. Some women seek security, not sex. Money attracts people, but character filters them. Attention isn't the same as intention. The wrong women follow money, the right women follow you. Let these truths guide you.